Hola clase. Hi class. Welcome to EdVantage. I'm Fabio. Today I'm going to teach you the very basic salutations and greetings in Spanish. It's very important to note that in Spanish, depending on the time of the day or the person you're talking to, the greetings vary. For example, let's take a look. In Spanish, we can distinguish between familiar or formal settings, depending on who you are talking to and in what setting you're talking to. For example, for formal settings, we are going to use the pronoun usted. Spanish has two pronouns for you. Usted is the formal one. When do we use it and with whom? Let's take a look. To show respect to someone, we also can use it with someone we don't know, so it's an acquaintance. And third, we can use it with someone that is much older than us. It could be our grandparents or simply you want to show respect to someone. The second pronoun that we are going to use is in the familiar settings, and we are going to use tú. This pronoun is used only in very casual settings. For example, you use it with your family, with your friends, and also with anybody that you feel very comfortable with. An acquaintance, for example, you could use casual talking. Let's proceed to talk about salutations. Saludos. In Spanish, depending on the time of the day, we are going to use different greetings. Let's start with in the morning. Buenos días. In the afternoon, we can say also buenas tardes. In the evening, we can use buenas noches as far as the sun is down. For example, in the afternoon, we can say after 7 p.m. in most of the Latin American countries. But also you can say before you go to sleep. Buenas noches could be a good night. Other basic salutation in Spanish is the hola, which is the most casual of all. Let's continue talking about more greetings. This one, I'm going to refer to neutral greetings in Spanish. For example, if you say to someone, ¿Qué tal? You're trying to say, how is it going? You can use it with anybody. You can also use it to refer to a situation. For example, ¿Qué tal la clase? How's the class? Another one is, ¿Qué hay de nuevo? ¿Qué hay de nuevo means, what's new? You can use it at any time with anybody, regardless of the setting. Now, if you want to be more formal, you are going to use the pronoun usted in the question. For example, ¿Cómo le va? ¿Cómo le va means, how is it going for you? But notice the use of le, which is more formal. Let's take a look at another one. ¿Cómo está usted? Notice in this question, usted is being used as the pronoun of formality. So you need to emphasize that pronoun when you are asking someone, how are you doing? Let's take a look at the familiar settings using the pronoun tú. You can say, ¿Cómo te va? Notice the use of the pronoun te. Te is used for casual settings or youth informal pronoun. Another one is, ¿Cómo estás? Notice that in this question, how are you? We are not using the pronoun usted. We are just simply maintaining the verb alone. Let's continue with more information. How do you respond with someone asking you in Spanish, how are you? Hola, ¿qué tal? Let's take a look. Possible answers are, muy bien, gracias. That's the most common one. Let's take a look at another one. You can say, más o menos, which means more or less, or so-so. Or you can say, if you don't want to be, you want to be neutral, you can simply say, mejor, gracias, much better, thank you. Let's take a look at some basic negative response. You can say, no, no mucho. This is a good answer for someone who asks you, how is it going? Anything new? So you just simply say, no mucho. Let's take a look at some more questions that might be coming very useful. Nada is a simple word that you can say at any time when you want to express that nothing is going on. When you want to say goodbye to someone, we say it in Spanish, despedida. Despedida means farewells. Let's take a look at the most common farewells in Spanish. Hasta luego. Hasta luego means see you later. You can use it with anybody at any time of the day. Hasta pronto means see you soon. Notice that the use of hasta means until. So you can use it until tomorrow, until next week, so you can use it in distinctive sentences. For example, hasta mañana. We can continue saying goodbye to people in different ways. Adios is the most common as well. And we inherited from Italian, ciao. Ciao is misspelled here, not the Italian word, but we use it constantly in the Spanish-speaking world. And finally, we can say nos vemos. Nos vemos is very generic and means see you. You can use it with a group of people, or you can use it with an individual. If you want to meet people, you want to conocer gente. Conocer means to meet. Conociendo means meeting people. Let's take a look at the very first question. When you want to know someone's name, you will say, ¿Cómo te llamas? Notice the use of te is casual. So, ¿Cómo te llamas means, what is your name in casual setting? The response should be always, me llamo. Me llamo is composed of two forms here. The pronoun me and llamo. Llamo means I am called, meaning my name is. Another way you can answer this question is by simply saying, mi nombre es Carlos. To reply to someone, nice to meet you, you will say, mucho gusto. Or you can say, el gusto es mío, if you want to reply, saying, pleasure is mine. Finally, you can simply say, encantado, which means enchanted to meet you. If you are a female, you might want to say, encantada. The response could be also igualmente, likewise. As you can see, any of these responses of nice to meet you could be used indistinctively. Let's ask more questions. Let's see. Where are you from? Notice the question, ¿de dónde eres? Notice that in Spanish, questions have double question marks, one upside down at the beginning and the regular at the end. ¿De dónde eres can be responded by soy de, I am from. And you can add the place where you were born, a country, a city. What is your phone number? ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? In this case, you answer mi número, my number is. So notice that the number here on the screen has el. To introduce numbers, we use the article el, which means the. It's very important to know that. Let's continue asking more questions to someone. ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? Meaning, when is your birthday? When you say your birthday in Spanish, it's very important that you respond by using the following sentence. Take a look. My birthday is the, not on, like in English. So, mi cumpleaños es el 10 de marzo. Notice el, meaning on. Let's go to another question. If someone asks you if you're a French student, you will be hearing, ¿Eres estudiante de francés? Your response should be, no, soy estudiante de español. If you notice the pronouns yo, meaning I, can be omitted in any response, meaning you can just simply say, I am. Let's practice. I'm going to ask you a series of questions and I'm going to give you time to respond. If I say, buenos días, what would you reply? Good. Buenos días or hola. Let's try another one. ¿Cómo estás? Good. Muy bien, gracias would be a good answer. Or más o menos. If I ask you, ¿qué hay de nuevo? Good. ¿Qué hay de nuevo? You can respond, no mucho or nada. If I ask you, ¿cómo te llamas? Good. Say, me llamo plus your name. Let's continue with a few more questions. ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? In this case, I'm asking you, what is your phone number? Good. Mi número de teléfono es el, and then you say the number. When is your birthday? ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? Responded. Very good. Mi cumpleaños es el, and say your birthday. Finally, I'm going to ask you, ¿eres estudiante de español? Good. You say, sí, soy estudiante de español. Remember, soy means I am. Well, it's time to go. I will see you next time. If I say adios, what will you reply back to me? Good. Hasta luego. Or, nos vemos en la clase. See you next time as we are going to learn more Spanish.